Hi everybody, this is Paul, your host, right here at RV Caravan with us. Today's adventure is going to be to the Oklahoma Land Run Statutes. It's a land run memorial monument. Okay, so I'll read you a little bit of information here and tell you what it says. It says on April the 22nd of 1889 was a day of chaos and excitement and total confusion in Oklahoma. This was a day of incredible, notorious first land run when 50,000 people rushed into unassigned lands of Oklahoma Territory to stake their claim for free land. Over 2 million acres in Oklahoma, both farmland and town lots, had been previously measured out by the government. The vast crowd of hopeful settlers massed along the border, all armed with a flag to stake their claim. Farmers, scholars, Yankees and Southerners, the rich, the poor, the black, the white, soldiers and laborers, even women riding side saddle. At the sound of the cannon shot at noon, the anxious settlers surged forward in tremendous avalanche of wagons and horsemen, all in breathtaking instant. Many did not achieve their dream. In the chaos of the mad dash, people were crushed, horses fell, wagons toppled, and fights ensued. Besides, hundreds, maybe thousands of settlers had already snuck in over the border a day or two sooner to claim the choicest land. These Sooners, pretending to be exhausted from the mad dash, even having run their horses around in circles to get them all sweaty beforehand, made a show of slamming their flags into the ground just as the first legitimate settlers appeared in the distance. Many of the U.S. surveyors, in spite of being illegal, had also already staked their claims, prompting years of court cases afterwards, some of which even went to the Supreme Court. In spite of the ridiculous debacle of 1889, several more land rushes were held years later in other parts of Oklahoma. In 1893, having over 100,000 participants, even though these were perhaps a bit less of a mess than the first. The runs were eventually phased out for a more sensible and orderly means of settlement. But to this day, the great land runs are remembered as the most dramatic monuments of Oklahoma's history. Millions of Oklahomans have been proudly able to trace their ancestry back to the original participant. There is even now a certain perverse pride at being descended from a Sooner. In commemoration of the state's most iconic event, which was the most likely largest gathering of people the country has ever seen up until then, a grand land run monument is being constructed in Oklahoma City. When completed, it will be the largest series of sculptures in the world, consisting of 47 statues spread across a distance of 365 feet, all cast in dark bronze at 1.5 times the size, life size, 1.5 times life size. So a standing human would be almost 9 foot tall, and a horse and rider over 12 feet. In all, there will be 38 people portrayed, plus 34 horses, 3 wagons, a cannon, a dog, and a frightened jackrabbit. They are sculpted in an extremely realistic style that anyone can appreciate, with amazing detail, clear down to the wood grain on the wagons and the leather designs on the boots and saddles. The sculptor is Paul Moore of Norman, Oklahoma, a fifth-generation Oklahoman whose great-grandfather participated in the 1889 land run. During his career, he sculpted more than 100 commissions with works in both the U.S. Capitol and the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. It was my pleasure to go and see this and enjoy it. And I'm sorry that my video is not that good, but I do hope that you enjoy it as much as we did. So when you go to Oklahoma City And you go down to the Brickyard. This statue arrangement, while we were there, was not complete yet. But you'll need to go behind the Bass Pro Shops, which is downtown at the Brickyard, Bricktown. Go down to the end where the Bass Pro Shops are, and behind it you will find these statues and a way to get over to them. Or you can drive around to the other side of the park, and I'm sure somebody can direct you on how to get there. We had to ask a lot of questions, but I'm sure you will enjoy it as much as we did. Again, thanks for watching. RV Caravan with us, the place we go.